Oh, and Roman, before we go off the air tonight, I have one last thing I need to tell you. Just how you said no one could beat you outside of the Elimination Chamber match, will have you defend the Funky SMP Championship inside of it. And not only has your opponent tonight, Mr. Costa, been put inside the chamber as well. You have the disadvantage of starting the match number 1. Earn my respect, Roman. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else in between, to the 6th episode of Funky Pro Wrestling's main flagship show, Survival. And starting out first, we have a triple threat match to qualify for the Elimination Chamber.
The following contest is a triple threat match. Making his way to the ring from no place in particular, weighing in at 219 pounds, Squangus.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, this is a triple threat match, and the winner qualifies for the Elimination Chamber match, as shown in the little pre-show beginning little intro bit there at the end of our last episode, the Casa special. There's a special episode of Survival. So this is just a normal episode of Survival, but still just as impactful stuff is going to be happening here tonight, folks. As Squangus looks to go out on his own and enter the Elimination Chamber. He was not very happy when VOOBERS commented that the Failing Five were a bunch of losers and that Doodle was an ineffective leader and that as such she should resign and let VOOBERS lead. And, well, he's one of the opponents of tonight's match. But first, he's not the one coming out first. The first opponent, it's Baldi.
And his opponents, first, from parts unknown, weighing in at 206 pounds, Baldi.
Or as our announcer calls him, Baldi. Anyways, Baldi is here. Yeah, he's just sort of happy to be here, honestly. He's just happy to be here. And the triple threat match, it's Baldi, Squangus in with VOOBERS, and Baldi's the only one who's he's just here to qualify for the chamber. He's just here to try and he doesn't have any personal grudge. He's just here, man. He's just here to teach math and kick some ass, I guess. I mean, it's respectable. But not only does Baldi to go to the chamber have to go through Squangus, he has to go through this man. The one who drew number 2 in the Funky Rumble match. The one and the only. VOOBERS. Took VOOBERS long enough to debut in Funky Pro Wrestling. Did so entering number 2 in the Funky Rumble match. And this will be his first match, and Baldi's too, their first match in a traditional match that isn't the Funky Rumble. So, and it's also their debut on Survival. We spend all our budget on VOOBERS and his many pyrotechnics. It's the mascot of the Funky SMP after all.
And from New Jersey, weighing in at 240 pounds, Violent.
The mascot of the Funky SMP. Many say is one of the most important characters in the Funky SMP friend group lore. I mean, he's definitely way up there. Took him this long until the Funky Rumble for him to debut, but what an amazing debut it was. He lasted about halfway through the match for being eliminated by Squangus, and then in the Casa special, he showed up backstage to make fun of Doodle's leading abilities of the Failing Five. Wow, I don't know how smart it is to immediately target a group of 3 people, and as your first feud, you know, I don't know how smart that is VOOBERS. He is looking to make a statement here and go to the Elimination Chamber and become Funky SMP champion. And if he wins here tonight, goes to the Elimination Chamber and wins, that'll only be his 3rd match. And his 3rd match in Funky Pro Wrestling history, he'll win the Funky SMP championship. The match starts out now. Squangus drops from VOOBERS. Punch to Baldi's head. Inverted DDT. Oh, with VOOBERS now, some punches. Okay, and was the grab in the crotch necessary? I don't really think that was necessary when VOOBERS, but sure, if you want to go for it, you can. Now Baldi. Uppercut to the back of VOOBERS' head. No. Oh, and a face buster by Squangus. Dropping Squangus on the back of his head, doing VOOBERS. Baldi now getting up. Doing VOOBERS stomps on Squangus' head. Going for an eyeball. Getting punched in the gut. Dodging a jumping neckbreaker when VOOBERS getting attacked. Reversing the attack to Squangus and Baldi, but at the same time, it's too much for VOOBERS to handle. And gets dropped by Baldi. Baldi now drops Squangus as well. Already. A kendo sticker in Baldi's eyes, a ruler. Squangus slaps it out of his hand. Drops him with a DDT. VOOBERS now has a chair in hand. They're already going for weapons this early, and a chair to the face of Squangus. Now attacking the gut. Squangus kicks the chair out of VOOBERS' hands. VOOBERS throws him. Someone just called Squangus a loser to his face. I don't know how smart that is, like if you're like 5 feet away from him in the front row. Russian leg sweep to Baldi. And a VOOBER jacket locked in. That's one of his finishers. But VOOBERS needs to know you cannot win the match like this outside the ring. There are no rules. No disqualification, no countouts. Pinfall or submission win. But the only way to win has to be inside the ring. That's the one rule. You have to be inside the ring to win a match like this. And, you know, when VOOBERS are giving the benefit of the doubt, it's his first traditional match here in Funky Pro Wrestling, give him the benefit of the doubt, but still. Squangus' face bounces off the ring post. Oh, when VOOBERS gets busted open, bouncing his skull right off the ring apron. Not the ring apron, the floor mat. The lightly padded concrete, as we call it. A neck snap by Squangus. Now Squangus throwing Baldi over VOOBERS, tripping him over VOOBERS. Now throwing VOOBERS as a weapon into Baldi, but Baldi sidesteps in a rolling complete shot. Nice. Dropping Squangus on his face. That's when VOOBERS retreats in the ring. Baldi following after him. Done how nice it is to taunt. As oh wait, when VOOBERS catches Baldi into the entrance to the back rooms, that's his finisher. And Squangus trying to capitalize to get the win. Doesn't even get a one though when VOOBERS. It's like, hey man, what the hell? Damn. Inverted suplex or something. With VOOBERS with the strike. VOOBERS with the strikes like crazy to Baldi. Squangus has another kendo stick. Breaks it up. The ref was taking a sweet time with that count. Picking up when VOOBERS or a powerbomb, but when VOOBERS punches his way out of it. And here's some of the other people. Whoever wins this match, you gotta realize they're gonna be the 5th out of 6 person to enter the Elimination Chamber match. The other people they have to enter the match with: Roman Reigns, the Funk SMP champion, Mr. Casa, Spamton G. Spamton, and then everyone's least favorite wrestler, Ron Sugartits. Everyone hates Ron Sugartits. So, but he's in there. You can't deny the fact he's in the match. So, catching a punch by Squangus, whoever wins, they gotta go for some serious competition here. They've got to step up and prove themselves, especially if you're Baldi to win VOOBERS. You've got to prove yourself in this situation. Because if you can't show up and show out, then, you know, you're not going to prove that you're a threat to be taken seriously. Especially against big name talent like that. The kendo stick to the back of Squangus. They're trying to cover Squangus for the win. Only a 2. Now calling Baldi out. Oh, trying to go for the entrance to the back rooms again. Doing an elbow to the side of the head. And another rolling complete shot drops when VOOBERS gets up like it's nothing. Elbow to the face. Baldi is bleeding. And a sit-up powerbomb to Squangus. in the center of the ring. Top of the kendo sticks. Probably doesn't hurt that much, but it's probably uncomfortable to land on still. Squangus catches whoever who's about to throw. Trading punches. Keep reversing punches, but it seems like Squangus is getting the more power in this situation. Baldi gets back in the ring now. Catching Squangus with another entrance to the back rooms. Baldi whacks the ruler over VOOBERS' back, but VOOBERS decides, oh no, risking it to go the long way to get a clear shot on Baldi. VOOBERS should have lost the match there, and he definitely would have looked like a major idiot for that. And a sit-out powerbomb to Baldi. Baldi kicks him off. Squangus going around the long way to pick up the chair. Squangus just breaks it over Baldi and VOOBERS' back, but neither of them react, and then kicks off VOOBERS' face. Running elbow to the back of the head of Squangus, turns him over. Oh god, what does Baldi have planned? What does Baldi have planned in the ring? The notebook bomb, that's his finisher! Off the top rope! The notebook bomb! VOOBERS breaks it up though. In the ring, knee to the gut! Squangus rolls out. And when VOOBERS is going to the Elimination Chamber. What an opening match here, folks. VOOBERS hit 2 entrances to the back rooms, but could not capitalize on either person. And he waited till Baldi hit Squangus with the notebook bomb, a move that hurts Baldi as much as his opponent because he puts his body at risk when doing it. And then, even though he couldn't capitalize on Squangus, took the brunt of the move, he took out Baldi. He took out Baldi with a simple move, got a good leverage on him for the pin, and that was it. It's a simple, short match, but it showed. But when VOOBERS is going to the Elimination Chamber, some other moves, that insane face buster when VOOBERS did. Squangus. One of the times he went for the cover on Squangus. Wilson enough. Squangus kept kicking out too. He did not want to lose to VOOBERS. After the shit that VOOBERS talked about him and his faction, Squangus did not want to lose to VOOBERS. A kendo stick right to the back. And then VOOBERS risking it, almost letting Baldi get the win. Squangus didn't look like he was going to kick out. And in the end, VOOBERS just got the better of Baldi.
Here is your winner,
VOOBERS, in his first traditional match at Funkin' for Wrestling, is going to the Elimination Chamber and could walk out as the Funky SMP Champion. Standing in the ring with other main event talents, we have one more spot left to fill through the Elimination Chamber match, folks. One more left to fill, and that will be decided tonight in our main event in a fatal 5-way last chance match as Baldi, Cabin Face, Little Man, Squangus, and Mario will see who will win and to go on to fill that 6th slot in the Elimination Chamber. Fuck, god damn it. I can't believe I screwed up Doodle's plan. Squangus upset backstage. Now that ugly red fucker gets to insult me and my friends and can become Funky SMP Champion? Wait, GM question mark? Squangus, calm down, please. Did you not see the match graphic? You have a final chance to get in the Elimination Chamber. Trying to reassure Squangus. You're in the main event alongside Cabbaface, Little Man, Mario, and Baldi. Now please, go prepare yourself. Apologies for this being so short notice. You mean I can become Funky SMP Champion and beat up VOOBERS? I'll never doubt you or your booking decisions again. Ooh, I'm gonna make him wish I eliminated him as easy as I did in the Funky Rumble. Squangus is very happy. I can't wait to go tell the other members of the Failing Five. I know I can re-earn Doodle's respect this way. He's excited. Hey, Doodle, you were anywhere around here? He's very excited to go tell him. I mean, he has a good shot. Doodle! Oh shit, Squangus, I'm right here. You aren't... Did you change your design and name again? Yep, my name's Maykit now. Also, GM question mark said I could keep my spot in the Funky SMP Women's Championship Tournament, so I didn't forfeit anything, :D. Also, apparently Chemi said they were redesigning themselves as well to fit in with the fact they're about to compete in the women's division alongside me. This is so great. You and Chemi ruling the men's division, then Chemi and I can also rule the women's division? The Failing Five is on top, baby! Well, it sounds like you all have great plans then. You aren't mad about me just losing my chamber qualifier match to win VOOBERS just now, are you? You... what? Hey, I can re-qualify in tonight's main event. I have it in the bag. Just trust me. Yo, I'm finally here. Guess who's ready to go from 0-7 to 1-7, bitches? Damn, not a good win-loss record. Chemi, you look very, very different from your last appearance. It's not bad, just not what I was expecting. Also, the name's Taffy now, not Chemi. Although I still am keeping my finisher name the Chem to sleep. Don't question it. Alright, well, me and Squangus were just about to head down to manage you during your match. Oh, hell yeah. We got this, chat. Don't worry. Can I go rest? So, up next is the next match in our Funky SMP Women's Championship Tournament quarter-finals. As Taffy, the formerly known as Chemi, is looking to debut against this woman making her debut. Spendya from Maykit's hit series FNAF the Freddy's and later making an appearance in Test Game. She's a shopkeeper, a whore. Yeah, that's kind of her whole trait. She's a ghost who has sex. And she says, give me money. She says, give me money a lot. That's a lot what she does. But she's making her debut tonight in the Funky SMP Women's Championship Tournament. And she takes on the re-debuting Taffy. Taffy is only competing as Chemi, but this is now the debut of Taffy as herself as Taffy, not Chemi. So we get to see... well, I was gonna say which purple fucker's gonna win, but Taffy's pink, so... I don't know which I don't know, Taffy has purple in her. We're gonna see which purple-coded character moves on to the to the semifinals. So yeah, Taffy making her re-debut with her redesign. Maykit also making her 4th appearance with a new design. First she was Limo. Then she was Limo as the Syrup Woman. Then she was Doodle for the Casa Special. And now she's Maykit. Which hopefully this is her design for a long while going forward. I know Maykit IRL wants to change her persona design a lot, so I'm hoping this is the last design for a good little bit. I'm really hoping. But, yeah. Maykit still keeps Doodle's progress in the tournament. Here's a tournament bracket, by the way. Doodle, back when she was Doodle, defeated Neo at the Casa Special in the first ever Funky SMP Funky Pro Wrestling Women's match. And now we have our second ever one featuring Taffy and Spendya. Spendya making her debut. Starting off with some chain wrestling, pushing back Taffy. Taffy, the short stack powerhouse of the failing 5. Oh, and going for a pin already. Already a 1. Oh, the Spendya rolls it up. Also a 1. Taffy again. No. Okay. Constant roll up on the pins. Okay. Now drops Spendya with that STO. Now, as Taffy said when she was coming out the elevator, she has not won a match in Funky Pro Wrestling before. She has gone 0-7 so far. Meaning if she loses tonight, she'll go to 0-8. But if she doesn't, she'll go to 1-7. Yeah. Going for some more chain wrestling here. Taffy now shoving Spendya back. How are those headphones going? God, that's pretty impressive. An elbow to the face. Punching her in the corner. Elbow to the face. Grabbing Taffy. Dragging her to the ropes. Spendya now trying to dislocate, hyperextend those shoulder blades. The shoulders of Taffy. As Squangus starts distracting Spendya, Squangus has not had a chance to rest. He went backstage just to immediately have to come back out again. He's not had a chance to rest after losing that triple threat match. Not to mention he has a match later on tonight. Squangus is definitely not doing a good job to rest before. The double axe handle drops Spendya. Will this be it already? Only the count of 1 puts Spendya down. He misses the elbow. But Spendya misses the clothesline, gets picked up. Or get thrown down by Taffy. Taffy, despite her size, his insane power game behind her. Or them, I guess. I don't know. I mean, Taffy's a woman, yeah. Oh, I don't know what Spendya's doing, but freaking the hell out of Taffy. Off the ropes. Trying to pick her for a power slam. Down a double axe handle. Going for the cover, but the rest is trying to fix the turnbuckle because Squangus took it off earlier. And Maykit, I think, slid a kendo stick in the ring. Now going for a power bomb, but Spendya rolls up Taffy. Going for a cover. Only a 1. The clothesline drops Taffy. Kick to the gut. Uh-oh. And a Canadian Destroyer! Right on the neck, right on the top of your head, putting all the pressure on your neck. And whichever way your body bends, it depends how bad you hurt your neck. Ugh. Oh, Canadian Destroyer by Spendya. And oh no, the Spinboard bucks into submission holds. Locked in, but Taffy got her leg around the rope. And so it had to call for a rope break. Spendya didn't get it locked in for very long. Didn't get apply much damage. A frog splash. Spendya turning the tides quickly, looking to make Taffy reach the number 8 in terms of losses. Second most losses behind Sir Chummington, which is not a good record. Actually, no. Well, to be fair, Sir Chummington has 0 wins and 10 losses. Little Man has 2 wins and 9 losses. So he has the second most, but he also at least has 2 wins. Sir Chummington doesn't have any. But Taffy is definitely in third with most losses, I believe. So, she's in second with most losses without a win. Wait. He got Spendya Chen to sleep! Chen to sleep! And the ref is distracted again because Squangus pulled down the turnbuckle pad, which allowed Spendya to kick out. Dude, this has got to be like a mutant. Like, Squangus is upset about not getting his rest before his match, so he's trying to cost Taffy the championship or some shit. I swear. Like, this has got to be what's happening. Spendya definitely taking advantage of it, though. Locking in an armbar. Going for a cover now. She's putting her foot on the right. Is everyone in this match a cheating little bitch? Is that it's just everyone just gonna cheat? Do we have no integrity here? Is everyone just gotta cheat? Taffy throws Spendya like a lawn dart at the referee. Obviously pissed at the job the referee is doing. You know, running power slam after deadlifting Spendya off the ground. Although she's a ghost, I don't know how hard that is. She probably doesn't weigh that much, if anything at all. Again, on the middle rope this time, kicking her away. And a shoulder tackle. Taffy putting the hurt on Spendya. Picking her up by the waist. Oh, and grabbing her by the ponytail, slamming her down the back of her head, slamming on the mat. It's gotta be a one-way trip to Concussion City. And only a 2 count for Spendya. Taffy has gotta be thinking about putting it away, because you gotta think, if she doesn't hit this Chen to sleep, there's gotta be a little to know if she actually wins this. Picks up Spendya. Chen to sleep again! This has gotta be it this time. None of her teammates are distracting her. And Taffy gets her first win in Funky Pro Wrestling and progresses to the Women's Championship Tournament semifinals. Spendya put in a damn good fight, though. But the power of Taffy was too much for Spendya. I mean, ugh. And that Canadian Destroyer was brutal. That was brutal. Only a 2. I had a feeling if she actually managed to lock in the Spinboard Bucks without it being a rope break, she just had better ring awareness. Taffy honestly probably could have tapped out there. That was a sick combo. But also, I think Taffy could have won here. If it wasn't for her teammate, the match could have definitely have been shorter if it wasn't for some outside interference, but the longer it went, Taffy just managed to pull out some power, and that just stunned Spendya long enough to get the Chim to sleep in for the second time, and that's what put it away. Now what you can do with a knee right to your nose, with a knee hitting helmet up and just right in the nose, not much you can do.
Here is your winner, Taffy!
Look at Maykit and Squangus celebrating, really did anything. This is how it looks. That means in the semifinals, Maykit and Taffy are gonna fight. One member of the failing five is gonna win, but the other's gonna lose guaranteed. That's gonna be an interesting see how the failing five deals with that. That's up for a different episode of Survival. The other side is Kris. They walk outside the building, curious as to why GM question mark called them there. Hello, Kris. I need to speak to you about an insanely urgent matter. In fact, this carries very heavy legal weight behind it, so try and keep this plan on the down low for our sake, please. They ask why should they care, and a GM question mark is just going to force them to vacate their flushed championship. They state that whatever the issue is, it's nothing their fists can't solve. Kris Dreemurr ready to fight. Hit video game Deltarune. You remember how back in the first episode of Survival, you and Spam replaced that one mystery team and beat the Krusty crew? Well, the reason they no-showed is because they got arrested for being war criminals. However, one of them begged for parole, and due to their contracts, he is legally binded to a match of his choice in an official FPW ring. Hello, I am Dr. Orpel, and I've committed over 50 counts of bioterrorism. I have also committed multiple assassinations throughout human history. Dr. Orpel, hey, knock it off back there. Junior question mark yelling at Dr. Orpel. If anyone finds you, this place gets an FBI raid and my name on the most wanted list for keeping you here and not holding your holding cell. Oh, okay. He's very sad. Kris at Elimination Chamber, you defend the Flush Championship against him. If you win, he's out of your hair for good. If you don't, FPW ends up with a bioterrorist on the roster and as champion. Please beat him for the sake of this company. Well, the Flush Championship match is sorted at Elimination Chamber. That's pretty easy. Speaking of champions, our first ever inaugural Funky SMP Tag Team Champions are on their way out right now, it looks like. Before their manager, Forest King, returns in our next match, at least our next scheduled match. It looks like MX and Lordex are coming out to give a little welcome return party to the Forest King before he makes his big return in the Funky SMP Women's Championship Tournament. Where's MX so dominant? Gotta remember the Casa special, just last episode, they fought against the Failing Five, Squangus and Chemi. They fought against McDonald's, Ron McDonald, Mayor McCheese, and also BFNF Boyfriend and Francisco in a fatal four-way tornado tag team ladder match for those titles, which they won. In only their second ever match as a team, or no, their third match competing as a team unit, they have defended the title twice successfully. Well, no, they won it in their first time. The X is coming and destroyed this company within only 5 matches. In our second match as a team, we beat McDonald's and the Failing Five to become the inaugural Funky SMP Tag Team Champs. And the last show, add former Funky SMP champ Francisco and his little bitch boy boyfriend to that list. And when the Force King returns and clearly treats the entire women's division, you have no choice but to follow them. Who's coming out? Yo, cut the music, it's Francisco! MX, you literally rhyme nuts and piss. How am I supposed to take you seriously? Plus, it was a ladder match, you beat us in, dipshit. You literally haven't really beat us, Lamau, dumbasses. I think Force King could suck my nuts and die like my wife Francisco while me and BF bump my new album. But if you want to talk shit, I can make you suck my chode and beat your ass right here, right now. God, can you please shut up? Fine, if you can beat me right here, right now, Francisco, you and boyfriend get a title shot at Elimination Chamber. Oh, Lordex challenging Francisco to a match. And I guess it's happening. We have a ref in the ring. I guess it's happening.
And his opponent, accompanied by Kris Dreemurr from Venezuela, weighing in at 411 pounds, Francisco.
I guess this is an official match that's happening. Boy, Francisco's gonna fight Lord X. And if Francisco wins, BFNF get a title match at the Elimination Chamber for the Funky SP Tag Team titles. Wow, Lord X he's really generous. He's like, fine then, shut up. Shut up and you get a title match. Man. He said he was going to make Lord X suck his chode and then he's going to kick his ass. That is a really scary way to word that sentence. If knowing Francisco, it was probably on purpose. It was probably on purpose, which is scarier, honestly. Francisco, former Funky SMP champion, as MX said. They had been beaten by the X, but it was in a ladder match. They weren't pinned or submitted. They just failed to climb up the ladder before the X did. It was a very hectic match with, 8 people total, so. Lord X, one corner. Francisco, the other. And then Boyfriend and MX in each other's respective corners. And a clothesline drops Lord X right away. Stomping on his face. Grabbing the head. And throwing him down neck first. Oh, Francisco already using his power to his advantage. Even though Lord X is a quick and nimble striker, sometimes Lord X, Francisco, he is fast, he is nimble for a fat dude. For someone who's 411 pounds, Francisco packs a punch and can fly around the ring like no one's business. Like, it is impressive how fast Francisco can dive around the ring like it's nothing. And Lord X now, trying to get into the ring. Francisco tries noping away, but eats a double axe handle to the back of the shoulder blades. Wasn't a smart idea, Francisco. Probably should have just knocked him off. And while he is a bigger target, fucking Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. He may be fat as fuck, but at least his fat beats are sick. I don't know. Francisco is nimble and quick, and he can hit like a train when he wants to. It's dreaded. As goofy as it is, the Francis Gritty is a genuinely devastating move. And elbows. Oh my god, Francisco's already busted open from that sharp elbow. And devastating moves. One of Lord X's moves, the Genesis, is devastating. It's a running elbow to the back of the skull, but with his speed and the fact it's an elbow right to the back center of your skull, it's brutal. It knocked out Taffy, who when they had a one-on-one match back when Taffy was shimmy, locking in a camel clutch. And Francisco slides out of it, using his strength to his advantage. Off the ropes. Eats shit. Getting attacked. Francisco's got to be careful with those. Oh my god, no wait. Already going for an album drop? No. He just wanted to scare Lord X and throw him. He wanted to scare Lord X a little bit. Throwing him across the ring. Another running elbow. Francisco's got to be careful though with his stamina. He keeps just running it. Oh my god, he's not about to die off the top rope, is he? Ow! Missed double axe handle because he has to jump. He completely whiffs what he was going to do. Catching Lord X with some strikes, and an uppercut downs Lord X. MX now searching for a weapon. He has a chair in hand. As Lord X gets into the outside, almost laying on MX. MX staring a hole to Francisco. That'd be a much more even match with those. Oh my god! Francisco with an elbow drop to the outside on Lord X! Dude, Lord X. You just got hit with an elbow drop from Francisco, who's 411 pounds, like 8 feet up in the air. I wouldn't. I don't blame Lord X for not moving. MX talking shit to Francisco. He can't get his hands involved, otherwise that would give Francisco the win by disqualification. Oh, but it does give Lord X enough time to drop Francisco to the clothesline. They can't team up together. They are going to win by distraction. Headbutt. Francisco slamming his head against the mat over and over. And on top, the top rope, Lord X. And a diving headbutt! Oh my god! Gotta make sure he doesn't get a back concussion there. Go over to the cover. MX trying to undo the turnbuckle. Francisco kicks out at 2. Wasn't there anyone trying to undo the turnbuckle tonight? I don't get that. Wasn't there someone trying to undo the turnbuckle tonight? I don't get that, man. That doesn't make sense to me. Venezuelan nutbuster by Francisco. Could that put it away? And MX now again talking shit to Francisco, distracting him, allowing Lord X to recover as the ref puts back on the turnbuckle pad. Just allowing Lord X to recover as Francisco is distracted. Now an Irish whip into the corner. The ref yelling at MX for getting so involved. Oh my god, wait, the ref's throwing out MX! The ref is just throwing MX out, saying if you don't leave the ring area, Lord X is going to be disqualified. Only a 2 off the inverted DDT. But MX has got to leave the ring area or else Lord X will get disqualified. Oh my god, was he trying to go for the round 2? I hope not. There MX goes. He had just forced to leave. Into the corner with the return turnbuckle pad. No. Francisco setting up for it. Is this going to be it? MX just had a return to the back. No one can help Lord X now. The Francis Gritty connects. Is this it? 1, 2. Francisco and Boyfriend have tag team title opportunities at Elimination Chamber. Wow. This was a back and forth match, but all it took for it to start getting that chance, and when it's like the second MX left, it was over. It was wraps. It was wraps, man. Too much distracting made the ref have to throw MX out of the match, or else Lord X would have been disqualified. And that ended up getting Lord X cost. Under the turnbuckle pad, just to be thrown into that corner. What's the turnbuckle pad? The turnbuckle pad was put back on. He's forced to return to the corner. Hit that inverted DDT. Dropped Francisco. Could have possibly even won off of that, but the ref was on the other side of the ring when the cover was made because he was dealing with MX. And then setting up the Francis Gritty. Maybe MX could have distracted or done something here. He could have saved this distraction for here. Stop the Francis Gritty, but he was thrown out, and that's all it made. That's all it took. This is the first time, I mean, well, MX still hasn't been pinner submitted. Lord X wasn't. Did tap out to the art block in the elimination match to crown the inaugural championship, but Lord MX ended up winning it for the team. But Francisco gets a pinfall over Lord X. And if Force King's about to return any moment now, oh god, this is not about to look good for the X. Oh, Force King's going to be pissed at Lord X and MX right now. Oh, they're going to, oh no, he's going to be pissed. But I know the crowd isn't pissed. We could possibly see BF&F become the second ever Funky SMP Tag Team Champions here. On our next show, Elimination Chamber. They could become our next era of Funky SMP Tag Team Champions. I really hope Force King didn't see that. Last thing I want is for him to be pissed on his return night. Oh, hey, Force King. Oh, shit, hey, Force King. Lord X is just out there trying to hurt Francisco, so he's 100% for our match. Man, we fucked up. Yeah, Force King doesn't say much. But I think the fact that he just walked away so immediately in his debut match, right for his debut match and his return, yeah, I don't, although that rage, I feel bad for whoever his opponent's going to be because that rage is not going to end up well for them.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring, representing the Disciples of Darkness from the pits of hell, the King!
The Forest King, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring for our third match in our quarterfinals of the Funky SMP Women's Championship Tournament. Remember, I mean, this is the quarterfinals. The third match, our fourth match will take, the fourth and final match of the quarterfinals will take place on Survival Episode 7 after Elimination Chamber, and so will our first match of the semifinals, who will also take place in that episode, with our final semifinal match taking place on Survival Episode 8, the final episode before Funky Mania, our finale show, with the finals taking place at Funky Mania. Which means Forest King will compete in the semifinals. Or if they win this match, if Forest King wins this match, he will compete in the semifinals. Right before Funky Mania. So, that actually is kind of a disadvantage if you think about it for Forest King, because I mean, he has to compete right before the finals, compared to whoever his opponent's going to be, who's going to not compete before the finals. And his opponent tonight is Basic B from Beast-Source Simulator, specifically the humanized design that Maykit drew of the bees a long time ago. I mean, they're a cool design. That's to put something in that, you know, my friends like. I mean, you know, this is mainly stuff that I like, on top of the fact that I'm already a wrestling nerd and my friends aren't. So I figured I'd throw them a bone and throw in something they like. That's why Beast-Source Simulator is here. But if I was Basic B, having Basic in my name and then having to go up against the fucking Forest King, who is pissed off because his team just lost, like, horribly. Honestly, if I was Basic B, I would be really counting my days here. I would be really worried here if I was Basic B. Here's what our tournament looks like so far. Will Forest King go to the semifinals, which is highly likely, or will Basic B pull out an upset with a knee right off the bat and an elbow? Although something you have to wonder about Forest King, now that Forest King is wrestling. Forest King canonically, right? Like, obviously it's Princess Peach, but the reason even though he's competing in the women's division despite going by he, him, is because it's essentially the Antichrist possessing Peach's body like a vessel that it's using to bring around the doomsday, like the Armageddon, the end of the world. That's essentially the lore of Coronation Day, from what I can gather. It's very confusing. Going for a cover already. So the question is, it's not so much whether Forest King can be in the women's division, because, well, I actually originally thought Forest King was a female, just because it was Peach, which I feel like a lot of people do. But no, it is a male demon possessing Princess Peach's corpse like a puppet. But that's the question here, does that mean, if Basic B, like, kicks Forest King in the face, does that actually hurt Forest King? Or does that actually just hurt his vessel? Because that means Forest King can take insane amounts of damage but not actually feel pain from it. Meaning Forest King can, like, go a 30-minute match and actually do get no offense in, but then still keep getting up like, yeah, no, I'm fine because I just don't feel pain because I'm literally just a demon. Like, I'm just possessing this vessel, you know? Like, that's an interesting question, because if so, then that means Forest King can maybe just, like, never lose. Which means Forest King may just win the Funkiest People Women's Championship and then never, ever lose it, ever. Which is kind of a scary thought, because it's the fucking Forest King that is going to be the undefeatable god of the women's division. But a headlock in on Basic B now. I mean, look at the size difference. Forest King looks like he's like a 6 foot tall at least, trying to dislocate the shoulder of Basic B, trying to rip the tendons of Basic B's muscles. Just tendon by tendon, muscle by muscle, trying to rip Basic B apart. Now picking him up, Basic B uses her agility with a backslide. Not even a 1. Oh, Basic B, if you were getting up from your knees and you saw that looking back at you, oh my god, and the Forest King is wearing heels. So that's like the sharp end of a heel being stabbed repeatedly into your titty. Oh, that's gotta be horrible. Oh, but does a fucking FNAF jump scare, but basically rolls out of the way. And now stomping on Forest King's hand. Forest King did regenerate limbs to become a wrestler. Normally Forest King is armless and legless. Her Karana driver is Basic B. Could Basic B put it away? No, but gets a 2 count. God, an even scarier thought. Forest King could just be acting like they're in pain this entire time, and then at the end of a match be like, haha, no, actually, I don't feel pain at all, and I'm perfectly fine, and then they just fucking destroy their opponent. That's a scary thought. And the Bee Sting! I believe that's what Basic B's finisher is called, the Bee Sting. Whoever the cover, could Basic B go to the semifinals? No! Not yet, but it's a damn close call. It's way closer of a match than you would have thought between the Forest King and just a regular-ass Basic B. Went off the ropes. Forest King moves out of the way. Lands hard on their ass. Now Forest King with a single-leg Boston Crab right up on the ropes. But basically using the ropes as leverage. Ref doesn't call a rope break for some reason there. Off the ropes. Drop down. Leapfrog. Oh, it misses the drop kick. But misses a chop to the face. Jumping complete shot. Oh no. This is going to be it. Going for a choke slam. Basically fights out of it. Misses a kick. Punch to the side of the head. Oh no, a call, the Forest locked in. Forest King's hand is in Basic B's mouth, trying to dislocate their jaw. And it's over. Basic B passes out. Forest King wins. Forest King shoved their hand inside of Basic B's mouth, and with their thumb on the outside, like, made a pinch in between under their tongue and the outside of their jaw, and was trying to, like, dislocate Basic B's jaw? And I guess that answers the question if they feel pain, because obviously their solution would be just to bite down on the hand. But if Basic B was biting down on the hand, that wouldn't do any damage if Forest King doesn't feel pain. Oh my god, Forest King may just be immune to pain, and may just, or at least in the hands, may be immune to pain because they had to regenerate their limbs to wrestle. They may be immune to pain in the arm and the legs, which is a really fucking scary thought to think about. They're trying to dislocate their jaw until eventually the pain was too much and Basic B passes out. Forest King is going on to the semifinals. As much as Basic B tried making it an even match, in the end, that was decisive. Basic B got most of the offense in, but Forest King was the dominant one in the end. There was no way you could say, wow. Up next, though, is our main event of tonight. That's Cabin Face, Little Man, Baldi, Mario, and Squangus. Look to see who is going to fill that 6th slot in the Elimination Chamber match. Man, tonight's going great so far. GM question mark. First, you don't give the first and only two-time Funky SP champion Elimination Chamber qualifying match, but then you find him as well? Are you trying to make me hurt you so bad you forget to fire me? What, you don't like the fact that ever since Mario came back, you've been giving him opportunity after opportunity? You know I'm well aware of what you're up to? Oh yeah, Chef Luigi, push Mario, make him #1. Like he hasn't been #1 his whole damn life. Not to mention, you let Roman no-show all the time despite not having your respect. It makes you wonder if you have your roster or your paycheck in mind first. Come on, say something. Just stop just staring at me before I stomp your head into the floor. Fine, Luigi, Elimination Chamber, you will be in a fatal 4 to crown a new champion. And get the hell out of my face before I slap the mustache off of it. The championship will be the Funky SP Television Championship, and the holder must defend it on every single show. And if you want to know why I find you, it's not because of favoritism. It's because you directly interfered with Mario in his championship match. And the reason Roman Reigns gets to no shows, whatever, man. Can't wait to be your first ever 2-time inaugural champion, baby. Oh, Luigi and Mario meeting in the hall. Luigi, I would ask for an explanation, but I'd rather save that for survival at the Elimination Chamber, where you get to see me as the new Funky SP champion. In the meantime, rest up for your match, bro. And Sir Chillington is a top contender for that new title. Damn, Mario burying the new championship that Luigi's competing for. I don't think Mario, that's not what you're supposed to do with the new title. That's not what you're supposed to do with the new title, you know. But damn, I know I didn't really read it that well. I was getting caught at tongue twisted there. But like, GM question mark said Luigi was a mini Roman Reigns because he's a selfish, self-absorbed little asshole. And also said that he isn't playing favorites because he cost him the match.
The following is a five-way match.
It's our main event, folks.
Making his way to the ring from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 201 pounds, Cactus of Hell.
Cabin face. He competed at the Casa Special against Spendya and Little Man, lost the match. This is the last chance qualifier. And yeah. God, actually trying to read all that dialogue so quickly actually made me lightheaded. Jesus fuck. God. But I didn't bring anything to drink. God damn. That and cotton. Yeah, that not a good combo.
You don't want none.
Here comes Little Man. Little Man, he's been here. Little Man is a veteran that's been here since SummerSlam. He's competed in the very first match of Funk Wrestling history. And I feel like he doesn't get his dues, you know?
140 pounds.
But before we continue talking about that, here's the match for this Elimination Chamber. As a solo tonight, BF&F earned the opportunity to challenge the X of the Funky SMP Tag Team Championship. Mr. Krabs barred from ringside. Kalon gets his revenge from Sir Charlington from costing him at the Funky Rumble. Taking his spot in the Funky Rumble. Kris Dreemurr not only defends the Flush Championship against Dr. Rumble, but to respect the Funky Pro Wrestling. And Roman Reigns, Ron Sugar Tits, Mr. Costa, win for Spendya Spam Team, and the winner of this match facing the Funky SMP Championship in an Elimination Chamber match. God, that is too much quick talking at once. God damn, I am standing up now. Woo! Too much talking. Too much quick talking. The Little Man doesn't get his due. I mean, he's been almost on every single show since it's the first SummerSlam, or the first ever Funky Wrestling match. Look, he doesn't get his dues. But at the same time, his win-loss record right now is 2 wins, 9 losses. So I feel like that's also the reason why. One of those wins was because he got beat down with the chair and Thanos got disqualified. So, not really fair. Not really a win. Here goes Baldi again. He's just here to teach math. If anything, he's here for the paycheck because it helps him fund his school. That's probably why he's here. He just wants to fund his school. The win or loss doesn't matter to him, although winning is good because it gives him higher numbers. In fact, he counts our win-loss records for us because it involves numbers and he likes counting numbers. That's why Baldi's here. He keeps track of our records for us. Here comes Squangus. Upset that when VOOBERS took his spot, now he has to find the last chance.
From no place in particular, weighing in at 219 pounds,
Squangus is not happy at all that he has to fight in this last chance match. He wanted to just get a clean shot in, and now Maykit's disappointed in him. And I mean, yeah, he's proud of Taffy, but he hasn't had much time to rest because he lost the match. Then immediately had to come back out here and get involved in Taffy's match to help Taffy win. And now, I mean, that was just like, that was like 30 minutes ago. He hasn't had much time at all to rest. He has not had much rest time at all, so Squangus does not have the highest hopes right now. Compared to Baldi, Squangus didn't get busted open, so he didn't have to get patched up or healed. And here comes the man who almost won the Flush Championship from Kris Dreemurr, but got costed by his little brother Luigi, and, well, he's not happy with that. Obviously, you don't think you'd be happy if you got your championship opportunity cost. But he told Luigi to save the explanation for after he wins this match, wins the Elimination Chamber, and on Survival Episode 7 will come out as the new Funk Hit Speed champion. I mean, that's some pretty bold predictions, because he has to beat 4 other opponents here tonight, and then go into the Elimination Chamber and beat 5 other opponents. Most of which are heavy main event caliber opponents, including the evil Samoa man Roman Reigns, who eats people's souls. So if I was Mario, I mean, it's good to bet on yourself like that. I'm not saying it isn't. But to already make claims like that, maybe a little bit too much too soon, buddy. But it doesn't matter. Mario is here. Kick ass. He hasn't had that much great of a win-loss record. I mean, he won the first SummerSlam match against Burger King Foot Lettuce. He beat Little Man to qualify for the Flush Championship ladder match. That's it. He's lost kind of a lot of the rest of his matches. But the bell has got to ring now. Spin up powerbomb to the cabin face already. The winner qualifies for the Elimination Chamber and will fill up that last spot. Baldi and Squangus both punching Luigi in the face at the same time, going for a cover. And a roll up. An STO to Little Man. And Squangus thrown out the ring. Baldi, attacking Little Man, uppercut to the back of the head. Mario dropping cabin face first, no pun intended. Mario going for the cover, only gets a 1 though, a little bit way too early for a cover. Little Man getting into a chop fest with Mario, not sure how well that is, considering Mario did beat you in 3 minutes, like a little over a year ago. Punch drops Squangus by Baldi. Baldi with some punches. Obviously, Baldi and Squangus not happy with earlier tonight. Probably trying to take each other out because they know each other's exhaustion. Global stomp to cabin face. Could Mario already get the win here? No, because Little Man breaks it up. Baldi with the chair. Beating Squangus over the head with this. Cabin drops Little Man. Cabin face and Little Man are not happy with each other because, Mario's the only one here who wasn't involved in Triple Threat as he lost to Ron Sugar Tits, everyone's least favorite character in all of fiction, apparently. Sidewalk slam to cabin face. Honestly, in my opinion, the biggest threat here would be Mario because, Little Man and cabin face aren't that big of threats, in my opinion. And then Baldi and Squangus both just lost earlier tonight. Mario, honestly, is probably your best. Oh my god, Baldi just bitch slapped Little Man's already jumped 10 feet in the air. Okay. Yeah, Baldi just bitch slapped Little Man so hard he flew in the air for a second. Baldi now kicks to the chest of cabin face and elbow. Little Man takes down Mario. And a neck breaker to Little Man. Baldi's in control of this match. The math is winning so far. 5 minus 4 equals 1, and Baldi is the one that is going to win in his opinion. But a roll up by Mario, because that's that. Yeah, 1, that's the number I just said. Saito suplex to cabin face. Little Man, though, wait. Little Man going for a Styles Clash already to Mario. Styles Clash. Good Little Man going to Elimination Chamber. No, Squangus breaks it up. Baldi suplexes cabin face. The running ruler bounces off Squangus and Little Man's head and stuns them, but doesn't actually knock them down. Knee to Mario's face. Cabin face now. Sleeper slam to Baldi. What up, uppercut to Cabin face? Could this be it? A Squangus blooming into a punch contest, but Baldi breaks it up. Now with an arm breaker, trying to go into an arm bar. He does. Can Mario tap out here? Is he gonna break? Baldi gonna break Mario's arm? And he lets go. Cabin face throwing Baldi. A drop kick to Mario. Cabin face out of everyone shockingly in a bit of control. And a senton to Little Man. Squangus is the size of Little Man's entire torso. Boy, I worded that like Squangus is smaller than Little Man. No, I meant as in Squangus's torso. Like you know what I mean. Squangus just crushed Little Man on the outside of the chair involved. I don't know, man. Sorry if my commentary is fucked. I've been up since like 6 p.m., like almost 7 p.m. because my sleep schedule is fucked because I quit my job recently. I'm trying to fix it. And, I'm trying to fix the sleep schedule. That was a pump handle powerbomb thing on a stair. I'm just gonna ignore that. And it's 12:30 p.m., so I've been up since 7 p.m. So I'm trying to do an all-nighter, almost 24 hours. I am getting lightheaded and kind of nauseous. So sorry if my emphasis is a little bit dying. Running ruler to Mario drops him. Throwing Baldi in the corner. And a clothesline drops him. It doesn't help if you've been talking so much. I haven't had water here, so I am kind of getting also dry mouth as well, which isn't a good combo. Squangus in the corner. Attacking Squangus in the back. Dropping Baldi throat first. Down this crazy strike combo to Cabin face. Squangus in the corner. And Mario, what up uppercut to Little Man! And the cover! Is the ref gonna actually do his fucking job? And Squangus tried to bring it up, but too little, too late! Mario is going to the Elimination Chamber! Woo! Again, sorry for my commentary lacking, not emphasizing things as I should have. I was having my own personal fight at the same time the Fatal 5-0 was going on with my brain and my body. Sorry. I genuinely try not to derail or anything, but at the same time, you gotta realize, you know, physical health does come first. But thankfully, this is the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for tuning out a little bit there. I'm sorry. But, it's okay. Again, pump handle powerbomb, his head hitting the chair, that's insane. Then the float over DDT on the chair, that's also insane. And then the one-up uppercut. Squangus was like a millisecond faster, he would have broke up the pin. He would have broke up the pin and kept the match going. But Squangus did. Squangus gotta be pissed, guys. Especially the fact they already lost one. Squangus is pissed. It's official. Roman Reigns, Raw Sugar Tits, Mr. Casa, VOOBERS, Spam the G Spampton, and Mario for the Funky S&P Championship at Elimination Chamber. And we're getting ready for GM question mark for the Fatal 4-Day to determine the Funky S&P Television Champion, Jumbo Josh, Little Man, Luigi, and Starvation. The winner will become the inaugural Funky S&P Television Champion. And the gimmick with that title is they have to defend on every single show in an open challenge match against a random opponent. That is the rules of the championship. But thank you all so much for watching Survival Episode 6. Thank you all for listening to me try not to get sick on commentary. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.